Okay guys, the perfect 48 hours in Zurich, Switzerland, and everything I did, and most importantly ate. Because to me, one of the best parts of travel is food and exploring the local culinary scene. Okay, so first off, I found this really cute, trendy, and relatively affordable boutique hotel 5 minutes away from Lake Zurich and a 10-minute walk from the Old Town where I paid about $150 a night. Everyone and their mother told me I had to get a bratwurst at Stern & Grill, and guys, I don't think I've had a better bratwurst. Not that I eat them that often. If you like architecture, the law library at the University of Zurich is astonishing, and one of the most beautiful libraries I think I've ever been to. I mean, guys, just look at this. I never pass up an excuse for a coffee, and this little cafe was a perfect little break before walking across the street to Zurich's most iconic art museum. This museum is an absolute must while you're in Zurich, and their collection was so impressive. Zurich has a large Turkish population, and a few of my foodie friends told me I had to get the tasting menu at Ghoul. Guys, everything was phenomenal, but come hungry because it's a lot of food. And I ended my first day with a nightcap at the iconic Witter Bar. The next morning, I walked over to the lake, which on a clear day has stunning views of the Alps, before walking over to Lindenhof Hill, one of the higher points in the Old Town of Zurich with stunning views. If you like books, coffee, and wine, the library bar at B2 Hotel is the perfect spot to relax and read for a bit. I made a quick stop at my hotel to change before heading to the chicest butchery I think I've ever stepped foot in for the best beef tartare of my life. And that's not an exaggeration. As an art and cocktail lover, Kronenhall Bar is spectacular. I mean, where else can you sip on a delicious cocktail looking at an original Picasso? My last dinner of the trip was at Silex, a modern European restaurant focused on natural wine and local Swiss produce. Their salsify roasted in pumpkin seed miso, pickled blueberries, and blue cheese foam was insane. And that was it, guys. My perfect 48 hours in Zurich before hopping on the train to go ski in the Alps.
This is everything I ate at the Lindt Home of Chocolate in Switzerland. I felt like I was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory here. And yes, this fountain is real chocolate. I started off with a chocolate tour which had unlimited chocolate tasting, so I definitely made the most of it. You pump out melted chocolate from these fountains, and the white chocolate was lovely. It was sweet and creamy. By the way, do you prefer milk chocolate or dark chocolate? I'm a milk chocolate lover. This one was so smooth with the perfect level of sweetness for me, and I was surprised I liked this dark chocolate. It wasn't too intense. Next, there's this section where you put your hand out and the chocolate just falls down. This dark chocolate with 70% cocoa was not for me. It was so bitter. But I liked the dark chocolate with sea salt and crunchy caramel bits a lot better. Now, this is the room where you can grab Lindt chocolate balls. They tell you to get one of each flavor, but a lot of people were just grabbing as much as they can. Got some more free chocolate here, and that's the end of the tour. And I walked past the gift shop and noticed they were selling Lindt Dubai chocolate for $26. I'm so glad I got it because it sold out so quick. I'll review it at the end. Then I went to a chocolate course where I wore the iconic Lindt uniform and hat. I made my very own chocolate bear. I haven't brought myself to eat her yet. She's too cute. And I also decorated some mini chocolates to take home. Moving on to the Lindt Cafe, I got a classic waffle which was fluffy and indulgent. It could go without the chocolate ice cream though. The hot chocolate was such a treat. It was fluffy, rich, and sweet. And finally, let's try the Lindt Dubai chocolate bar. They packaged it so nicely. The pistachio filling could be creamier, but it had a great crunch and flavor. And of course, the milk chocolate was delicious. All right, I am all chocolated out now. This was so fun.
You can design your own chocolate bar in the same place where milk chocolate was invented. In Zurich, Switzerland, the Lindt Home of Chocolate Museum has offered tours and chocolate making courses since 2020. Interactive displays let visitors explore the history, cultivation, and production of chocolate. The nearly 30-foot tall fountain with real chocolate pouring down is a sweet-smelling highlight. But for a truly immersive experience, book the chocolate bar making course led by master chocolatiers. Among the tempting seasonal options, I selected the 75-minute Dubai chocolate bar course. Dressed in authentic chocolatier uniforms, participants follow step-by-step instructions including creating molds, adding the Kunefa pistachio filling, and finishing with a layer of dark or milk chocolate. Like the results?